Hey guys, Taylor here. Today we're going over episode 6 of our precision loading series. For those of you watching, I said the last one was episode 6, but I decided to take water weight sorting out of the series because it's kind of redundant to our video 2 case sorting. So this one's episode 6, and today we are going over charging your cases. So the first thing I want to mention is, particularly here and then this is the first step where it really matters, but data is the key, right? So I have my load book. Every time I create a load, I'll write it down in my book. When I go out and shoot, I track how that load groups. So let me just kind of show it to you here. This is my load book. I don't know how well you guys can read, but I've got my date. What is this? Oh, my bullet weight, what bullet it is, my overall length, my powder weight, and then here I've got what my group size was on that particular set. And just of note here, 5 out of 5, I shot a .302. I added 2 grains of Varget, and I shot a .98. Varget turned out to be quite variable for me, but also that group might have just been poor. But anyway, my load book, it's key to have one of these. So what I've got out of this load book, when I was shooting my Winchesters, I mentioned in the beginning of this, I've got some brand new Lapuas. I've not shot them yet. But on my Winchesters, between 41 and 41.5 grains of 4895, H4895 was my ideal load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and bring that over, and I'm going to start at that 41.5, kind of light loaded. I've got 4 sets of 5 cases here. I'm going to do a 40.5, 41, 41.5, and 42. And I'm going to just see how it works with these new cases. So first thing we need to do, I've used this scale a few times here on the show. I've yet to calibrate it. So I realized this morning that I need to get this calibrated before moving forward. So most scales, they'll come with some sort of calibration tool. Calibrate it, move on. So I don't know what these are called. I wish I could tell you. But this is your the tool to load the powder into your shell. I've already set my powder loader here to 41.4 grains. Sorry, I didn't tear that. So let me tear this out, and then we'll charge the majority of our powder right here. And then that's actually 41.7. So I'm just going to take a little bit out. So now we're at 41.3, and then we'll just take the trickler and trickle in just a few grains. And I don't know about your guys' scales. My scale is a little bit, isn't quite sensitive to the powder trickler, so every once in a while, after I drop a few grains, and I think it might be there, I just touch it with my finger, and it resets. There we go, 41.5. So again, I'm doing this in sequential order after we sorted these cases. And until now, I've never moved them from the sorting order. But now I'm going to move them into series of 5. Right now I've got 4, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put them all into rows of 5 because that's going to be my group. So there's that one loaded. Let's grab another here. I had somebody ask me earlier about case sorting. They said, isn't that a little bit redundant? Isn't it excessive to worry about it to the 10th of a grain? And you're shooting 1,000 plus yards. The little things make a difference. You want to shoot 1,000 plus yards accurately and consistently, focus on the little things. They matter. Now, does a 1/10 of a grain on this load, is it going to make that much of a difference? I don't know. But a 1/10 of a grain on my powder, 2/10 of a grain on my brass, 2/1000 on my overall length, they add up. So what I'm trying to do is remove variables. Because when you can remove variables and just focus on one variable at a time, you're going to improve your accuracy, or your precision, I should say. I was 41.5 perfect, right out of the dump. So I'm going to go through and continue loading these. Again, I'm doing a 40.5, 41, 41.5, and 42. So I'll load some of these up. I'll get you guys back here in just a minute. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm just about done here. I have 2 left to go. And as I got to my 16th case, I realized something about making videos just makes me dumb. But I started at 41.5, worked down to 40.5, and then needed to do my 42. The problem was I started at 1 case weight and moved progressively to the other end, which is great. That's what you need to do. But then I skipped powder weights. So my 41.5 was my lightest case. My 42 was my heaviest case. And it just throws another variable in there. So I had to dump them all out. Start with my 40.5 grain load into my lightest case, and my 42 grain load into my my heaviest cases as I sorted them. So the other thing just to mention, so I told you I set this to 41.4, a 1/10 of a grain less than where I was trying to go. That's not necessary. Since I've been varying it while I've had the camera off, you know, I'll trickle in a whole grain, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. So I've got these all loaded up with powder now. And the next step is going to be, we're going to sort our bullets. So I don't want to do a whole video on it, but I'll discuss it in my next video, and then we're going to seat. So like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. I want to get your feedback. I want to make videos that are valuable to you guys. So let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.